Another anomaly that emerges in a fresh light is the fortress of Masada and the character and mentality of its tenacious defenders. When the Holy Land rose in revolt in AD 66, Masada was one of the first strongholds to be seized by Menahem, the son of grandson of Judas of Galilee, founder of the Zealots. Perched high on a sheer-sided mountain overlooking the southwestern shore of the Dead Sea, some 33 miles below Qumran, the place became the rebels' most important bastion, the supreme symbol and embodiment of resistance. Long after that resistance had collapsed elsewhere, Masada continued to hold out. Jerusalem, for example, was occupied and razed within 2 years of the insurrection's outbreak in AD 68. Masada remained impregnable, however, until AD 74. From within its walls, some 960 defenders withstood repeated assaults and a full-scale siege by a Roman army estimated to have numbered 15,000. Despite the tenacy of this resistance, Masada's position by the middle of April AD 74 had become hopeless, cut off from reinforcement, entirely encircled by Roman troops. The garrison no longer had any prospect of withstanding a general assault. The besieging Romans, after bombarding the fortress with heavy siege machinery, had constructed an immense ramp running up the mountainside, and on the night of 15 April prepared for their final onslaught. The garrison, under the command of Eleazar ben Jair, came to their own decision. The men killed their wives and children. 10 men were then chosen to kill their comrades. Having done so, they proceeded to draw lots, choosing one to dispatch the remaining 9 after he had performed this task. He set fire to what remained of the buildings in the fortress and killed himself altogether. 960 men, women and children perished. When the Romans burst through the gate the following morning, they found only corpses amid the ruins. 2 women and 5 children escaped the carnage, supposedly having hidden in the water conduits under the fortress, while the rest of the garrison killed themselves. Josephus recounts the testimony of one of the women, drawing, he says, on her interrogation by Roman officers. According to Josephus, she furnished a detailed account of what transpired on the last night of the siege. Of this account is to be believed, and there is no reason why it shouldn't. Eleazar, the commander of the fortress, exhorted his followers to their mass suicide by his charismatic and persuasive eloquence. Ever since primitive man began to think, the words of our ancestors and of the gods, supported by the actions and spirits of our forefathers, have constantly impressed on us that life is the calamity for man, not death. Death gives freedom to our souls and lets them depart.